Hi, my name is Mike Colgrove and welcome to Hub Hobby's tutorial on how to weather buildings with chalks. There are many ways to weather buildings and chalks are just one way. Other people use airbrushes and other people just use various kinds of paints. It can be done any way you like, but I like chalks for especially beginners because they're inexpensive and they're easy and they're very forgiving. So we're going to start today with a barn. And as you can see out of the box, the barn is quite shiny. It looks like a toy. So we're going to use different colors of chalk that are available through Hub or other stores. Sometimes you can get them through art supply stores. And you may have other ideas where to find them. There's nothing special about them. They're just chalk. But these are nice because they come in various colors that are appropriate for model railroading. We're going to start with medium gray on the roof. Now what I'm going to use to apply the chalk are these cosmetic sponges, and they're very easy to use. The main thing to do is just put the chalk on the roof, and this is going to deaden that glare. And you don't want to do this real evenly. Make it look kind of streaky, like the rain's been running down for 50 years. Now you can already tell the difference between the side I did and the side I didn't do. Now in that, we can run a little of grimy black. We're going to try to make this look streaky. This is just a stiff bristled brush. We're going to go kind of easy on this. We're just going to kind of streak in. If you get too much, that's okay. So we're going to take our sponge and we're going to use this to just kind of spread it out a little bit. Keep that streaky look. I kind of like that. Now you can see we get a little bit of streakiness in there. It looks, again, much more natural than the original out of the box. We'll do the other side the same way. Now for the sides, I'm going to use a little bit of gray again. The idea here being that we want to make the wood look bleached and weathered as opposed to bright and shiny, just like the roof. So we use gray, and if a little black mixes in with it, that's fine too. And this stiff bristled brush is good for getting into small places. And again, we don't want it to look real even. There. And now we'll use our sponge to get in there. And again, you can kind of contrast how it's looking with the bright, shiny boards that we haven't done as it was out of the box. I'm going to add a little bit of brown in here too. We're going to try to pretend like the rain has been splashing off the ground up onto the wood a little bit. There, I kind of like that look. Again, if you contrast it with what we started with, see it's starting to look pretty old. Now we're going to use a little bit of rust color on these little pieces of machinery that are laying around. Make them look real rusty. We don't want any white machinery laying around. So we use this rust to kind of just fill in everything that's still white. Can't have a white shovel. If you want to get technical, when smoke comes out the chimney, it makes it black. So we'll blacken the chimney. And I think we've got it pretty well. Remember, we tried to make it look kind of splotchy. Don't want it to look perfectly even. I think we've got that. We've got our detailing with the dirt along the base, gives a little contrast, makes it a little more interesting. And we try to get the wood to look old and peeling and weathered. I think we've got that. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to seal it with dull coat. And all this is a flat, clear spray. We're going to use it to seal the chalk so that it'll stay and it won't get all over your fingers every time you handle it. And that takes care of all you need to do to use chalks to weather a building.